Well, it has been a while. I don't even know where to start. I haven't made videos in a while. Today we are going to play a little bit of Derail Valley. We are starting here at the steel mill. Um, let's see, I don't have any of these licenses yet. I will go over that here in a moment. But I'd first like to start off by saying, how have you guys been? I haven't made any type of video in a long time. We're gonna take this one. Yeah, it's been an ungodly amount of time since my last video. I do have a bit of a reason for that, which I will get into later on. Um, you'll notice I say a lot. I do apologize. I'm going to do my best to not swear. I'm trying to improve from previous videos. If I do swear, you'll probably hear a beep, something along those lines. Or maybe just no audio at all, because I'm not sure how to add beeps. This is our train. Alright. So the premise of this game is you have a license for a shunting locomotive at first. You don't have the shunting license, but you can drive the shunting train. It is the smallest train in the game. This is meant for VR. As you can see, I'm able to dash around. Obviously, you can't just run around like this in VR unless you have a baseball stadium as your computer space. I'm gonna go ahead and get this fired up, flip the switches, give it ignition. I'm actually facing, let's see, I am here. I need to go to here, so I need my train to go that way out of here. Actually, this is facing the right way. Alright. So we're gonna kill the brake. Give it time to repressurize. So, yeah. I'm doing mouse wheel for these. I can also click and drag. I just find it easier for mouse wheels. What does that say? Headlights. This is the smallest and weakest train in the game. However, it is what you get to start out with. I have just started. The only reason I'm here is because I have finished a tutorial. I had a previous world where I had almost the whole game finished, and what do you know? I derailed. $1 million in fees. I had 2,000, so I kind of had to give up on that one. But yeah, today it looks like we will be taking some steel rolls from here at the steel mill to the factory. We have a time bonus of 33 minutes. If we do it under that time bonus, we get, I want to say it's like half of the regular money back. And we also, it is 200 tons. This thing has a max service of about 400 tons. We're not going up any hills, I don't think. Let me see. No, there are no hills in our way. There are, but they are small. So, yeah, welcome back. I'd like to say thank you for everybody that stuck around, and for people that are finding this fresh, I'd like to say hello. Welcome to the channel. On to what I was saying earlier, it has been a while since my last upload, and there's actually a pretty weird reason for that. My computer, I previously had a different computer. Throw this in forward, release brake. Give it enough throttle to kick it up. My previous computer had a virus on it. It always had a virus. I was never smart enough to fix it myself, and I was never wealthy enough, I guess we'd call it, to take it to someone to fix it. And it started randomly deleting files. And at one point it deleted a core file that prevented me from using my OBS. So I could not make videos anymore. Because of that, I had no way to actually tell you guys what was going on. I don't use Twitter, so I know that nobody would have been able to see that if I had gone there. But because of that, for the previous year or so, I haven't been able to make any videos, haven't been able to give any sort of content. it's a miracle, actually, that I gained like 2 subscribers over that period, and I want to say thank you to those people. I want to say thank you to everybody for sticking around. Once you saw that the channel essentially died, everybody could have easily just unsubscribed, forgot this ever existed. Um, but I just want to say thank you to those that stuck around, because you saw something that apparently I couldn't even see, because I always thought this channel was just going to be a dud anyways, but apparently you guys saw something that I could do, so I appreciate that. But enough gratification. Let's drive a train. Today we are in the DE2. I don't need that yet. We will be taking that lot, so we need... Yeah, those are set up. I just need to set this last switch here, which I just went over. This remote that I'm holding can switch lines. I can re-rail something if it comes off the track. I can delete something if I need to. I don't have a crew vehicle. It's essentially a caboose. You put it at the end of a vehicle. It's a fast travel point if you have like especially long trains. This one here, the independent brake, that controls the locomotive itself. This one, the train brake, controls the cars. Do a little experiment real quick. You'll see if I apply this a little, air pressure goes down, because how trains work is they have automatic brakes. Say a car derails and it pulls off its coupling for the brake hose. By doing that, all the air pressure escapes. When the air pressure escapes, the train automatically applies its brakes. Matter of fact, it's applying them right now. Don't know why. Yes, so if a train car derails, or if that... Here, I'll just come out and show you. If this, well, you see that hose dangling? If that hose ever becomes disconnected, the train will automatically apply its brakes. And yes, you can phase through this door, but in reality, you're supposed to open it. I like to just slam it because boredom. This map here, you can't put anything on it. It'd be nice. Imagine, say, you just chuck a map at it, have it stick there. Sadly, it don't work that way. Alright, we're still going a little too fast to couple, but we're not there yet, so I'll apply the brakes when we get close. Also, you notice, quiet in here, louder out here. Now we start applying brake. Want to go nice and slow, a little under 5. And then to prevent it from rolling away, we reapply the brake. Come out here. Now these are the air hoses. You hear this hissing? That just applied the brake automatically, which means that I'm not going anywhere. I'm opening the valves here to give the train itself air pressure. Without it, it won't go anywhere. I hooked up the coupler and I tightened it. So now the train is connected. I could pull it wherever I want to now. Even though these are mission spawns, in theory, you're only supposed to take this to the machine factory. However, say I had a big consist of multiple jobs that went from here to, say, the forest, and then one to the sawmill, and then one up to the machine factory. It doesn't matter what order you go in. Time limit's obviously going to hurt if you take multiple jobs to various cities. Bigger cities will eventually... I'll come over here for a second to explain this one. So say I go to licenses, and I get this, where is it here? Concurrent jobs. It has fees because the engine's still running. Say I get the concurrent jobs one, then I will be able to take multiple jobs at once. Let's see, we're supposed to be hooked up to a train on the B10 line. That is correct. We're going to dash, as the game calls it, over to here. Let's see if this is a thing. Oh, check that out. Just cuz. Might as well. This game has... It's built with VR in mind. Funny enough, it's actually supposed to be solely VR. They made a computer version for the people that don't have VR, which I appreciate. That's nice. We do have a time limit. I'm going to set this up real quick. Now, we are taking this to the machine factory in town. So that will be MF. I'm going to scroll real quick till I get to MF. There we go. And we're going to C for I. So once we get there, we're going to take a right, take a left, and then we will take far right in that particular yard. Alright. Brakes are all disengaged. We're going to give it some gas. And off we go. Pulling a consist of 250 tons of steel rolls, roughly speaking. You want to give it about 3 clicks of throttle to start out. Get about 25 miles an hour and you can give it more. Because if not, you'll see that light turns on. That is wheel slip. With wheel slip, you will not only lose traction, but you will lose speed, and you will damage your wheels, giving you extra fees later on down the line. Of course, to negate wheel slip, you throw down some sand. That adds some grit to the track, gives it the ability to speed up more effectively. However, there is one particular hill on here that I want to watch out for. I need as much sand for that as I can get. I'm going to swap that now before I get to it. I have played this before a little bit, so I know that I need to take a particular route to get there. And now look at these signs. 7, 10, and numbers. That negative means it is a downhill, and the number, the 1.7 in this case, is the percentage or grade that it goes down a hill. So say it's 100 feet. Nope, that's a bad example. Take an angle, for example. You'll see we're speeding up because we're going downhill. All the weight behind us is pushing us. That hissing sound is the wheels not behaving. Come on. Stop accelerating. Oh well. I believe, yep, it's flat right here. All of this next in-game, I want to say like 5 kilometers is all flat. So it doesn't really matter what speed we go at. This is going to give us a half an hour to get there. You'll notice that we have traveled this far in roughly the span of a few minutes already. But we also still have to travel all this. You can blast through these. These points are not too bad. This curve is a little iffy. This one's pretty iffy. Here, you have to be careful because it's a really tight corner. Matter of fact, since we're on a flat, I'm just going to go ahead and give it some speed. That rail goes up to the forest. My load doesn't go to the forest. Now, this game is smart. It realizes that if you're coming to a place, more than likely you're not going to be pulling into a yard. However, just in case, I always like to hold this out and look ahead. Right, left. Yep, we are going clean through. The game just auto-saved. But most yards in the game are always set to where you go straight through on the rail itself. These are the unloading. No, I'm sorry. Let me grab this so I could show you more. Wrong one. Let me grab this so I could show you better. You see that one L? That is for loading and unloading. You pull a train in there, and in this case, we would unload. For an empty train, we would load. Once you know that, you take it to the S is for, I'm not sure what it stands for. It's a pass-through track. The I is for inbound, so that's where you would take loads that are coming in. The O is for outbound. That is where you will find missions trains where you can take them to other places. I'm no authoritative guide on this game. I have played it a little bit, but not that much. However, you'll notice the graphics are not the best, but we got some nice scenery and some nice sound design. You hear the train. You can hear it go past. The cars themselves make sound. You can hear the wind rushing when you're going a certain speed. Let's see. Yep, we're going clean through. These are the train cars you do not ever want to derail. This is how I racked up $1 million in fees. Because these things, they are full of chemicals. For example, like gasoline, acetylene, diesel. Some of them have methane. Some of them have, what are this called? Suffocation agents. I'm not sure how to properly pronounce them. But they don't explode, but they can still leak. However, if there's a fire from, say, a gasoline train exploding, and you have a suffocation agent that also ruptures and starts leaking its fuel, not fuel, starts leaking its contents, it will put out that fire. You will still have no contents in either, but there will not be a fire at least. We're going to leave this going. I'm going to mute myself for a second while I take smoke. And yes, I do smoke. I didn't used to before, but quite a few things have happened. So I now have a vice, but we're going to pretend I never said that, and we're going to keep training. So, as you can see, here is a door, goes through. Here is not a door, however, yeah, that's not a door, but you can still walk through it. This is the funniest one, because there's a desk and a window. Right through. As if it's not there at all. Alright, I believe we're coming up on a switch. We are. I'm gonna want to slow down because I can hear the cars rattling around back there. Kill the brake. And we are set on the correct destination. You see that 5 right there. That means the speed limit there is 5. That means the speed limit is 3. I'm not actually going to go that speed. I'm going to go this speed because it lies about this speed. You don't have to go that slow. For this corner right here, it is advised to go slow. I'm not going to speed up at all. In fact, I might even give it some brake. But this is not, yeah, I'm going to give it brake. Ooh. Little more. That was a sketchy one. Did you hear those the cars? They were arguing with me there and back all the way. Give it a little bit more throttle so I can recoup some speed. And because that was a rather tight corner, I'm going to make sure that I still have... They are all still connected. Kill the speed because I don't want to go too fast through here. I believe there's another switch in 3/10 of a kilometer, 300 meters. This one you can actually go rather quickly through because the track we're going on is straight. Those curves are not straight. Nope, that one. That is also set. If we were to have it set like that, it would send us that way. So I'm going to keep it this way so we can go through this next town. Now I'm actually going to give it some brake. And you notice I'm not using the train brake because that one, it depressurizes quickly, but repressurization takes forever. It's not so fun to use that one. But if you have a big train and you need to stop quickly, it is the recommended method. So I just passed it. I don't have the manual to show it either. But the little placard underneath the speed limit that shows a white and a blue line shows that you are going over level ground. If it is orange and blue, you're going up. If it's red and blue, you're going down. That is set correctly. That next one is not. Okay, now we need to slow down. Okay. We do need to slow down for this one. I don't want to be going more than 30. Come on. Lose your speed. Yeah, you can see how tight this corner is. Imagine coming through here at 50, 60 kilometers an hour. You'd derail instantly. See, you can hear them. You can hear them hissing. That is the wheels grinding against the rail. And you can see how tight of an angle this is. I read up somewhere that this is the classic European style of train coupling where they're constantly touching with these buffers here. That is apparently to make sure they all stay on the track. Now, I'm actually going to give it a big gas here because I believe we have a hill in the not so near future. The map does not show you terrain. Like this, for example, is all downhill. This is all uphill. And somewhere here is a big uphill, and that's all downhill. But it doesn't show you that. You kind of just have to infer. There are some people that have made guides that show hill gradients and all that. Matter of fact, I actually planned on making one myself for personal reference. However, I don't need to because I don't go to every city in the map yet. I have not been to down here, this one. I have not been to the coal mine, this, but I have been here. I have been to this one, this place here, let's see, here. I've passed through here. I've never stopped here. I've been here quite a few times. Here as well. Here, no, I have not been here. I've been here instead. And I have been through here all the time. That harbor town is where you're going to find some of the best jobs. Now you see this down arrow. Speed limit here is 120. This down arrow means it is slowing down by the time you reach the next speed sign. This indicator shows engine temperature. Because I'm giving it throttle, that is going up. So is the throttle. This is my brake system. These just show your oil, which is essentially the durability your train still has, fuel, and sand. If I were to activate this sand here, you'll see it very slowly start to move. I'm actually going to kill the throttle for now because we're going at a decent enough speed. I'm pulling 252 tons. I don't really need to go all that quickly. Now, of course, on the map here, you can see that all that's was straight. These switches are not too rough. You can actually just blast right through them most of the time. Matter of fact, we're actually coming up on a switch too. But you can blast through those switches usually. I don't prefer to because I don't want to derail. Even though it's called Derail Valley, I play it safe. I still get my time bonuses because I make it up for the straightaways. That's new. Usually the signs are... Oh, I'm going downhill. I mean, I'm going uphill. I'm slowing down. That was would have been bad. A hill start with weight is never fun. Heck, a hill start period sucks. Especially right here. Oh, I'm not going that way. I'm actually taking a left, which means I need this. Perfect. But you want this to be as low as possible for this next bit because you need speed. It's not a steep hill, but it's a long hill. It's quite long. Matter of fact, when we pull this up, the hill starts around here and ends right here. It's not very steep, but it is definitely not short. It is a very long hill. Matter of fact, actually, we are going over there. And we will be needing... Yeah, I can do about 60 or so. Can I? Yeah. Alright, we're going to kill that. Let it cool off a bit. If it goes into this yellow here, this light turns on. If it goes into the red, it automatically shuts off the engine, which will automatically make your train stop. Which, if this is heating up, that means you're accelerating, which means you're most likely going up a hill or trying to make up time. Either way, letting the train overheat is just bad all the way around. And you'll notice there I have the cab lights on. I'm going to throw the fan on because it actually helps cool the engine just a little bit. Not a lot. But if you don't have it on versus if you do have it on and you take a consist up a hill, you'll notice. It'll overheat still, but not as quickly. Which I appreciate. I need to stop saying that because it's a... Yes, that's set correctly. Good, because I didn't really have time to change that. Alright, you see this says up. It's going from 100 to over 100. This, it's kind of hard to notice, but this track here is actually going uphill. I'm very slowly decreasing speed. I'm going to give it some throttle. Matter of fact, you'll notice that light turns off. The sound of the sand turns on, and my sand will slowly start to decrease. Also, because I'm accelerating up a hill, my temperature is rising rather quickly. That is okay. If we hear a ding, I will let off the sand, let off the throttle, let it coast. I am traveling at a decent enough speed that I should be able to coast quite a bit. Oop, wrong one. There we go. Yep, just barely started to overheat. but you'll see the speed's decreasing rather fast. Now here's the toughest part of the hill, because if you could see the fact that it goes uphill, it ain't gonna be a fun one. Alright, but we are pulling up rather quickly. I believe I needed to go right and then left, and then all the way through. So I need this out. Give it a little throttle just to make sure that we can get into the station. Even with throttle, I'm still slowly decreasing speed. Give it a little more. No. Of course, every time you repair your engine, you get more fuel, you get more sand. It costs a little bit, but it's what it is. Alright, now I don't want to be going faster here, because this is a rail yard. If you go too fast, you're likely to go off into a yard you don't want to, smack into some cars, do a lot of damage. I just started the game, so I don't have any licenses. My insurance copay in this game is only $100, which is good, because I only have $2,000. But if I had a license, and I bump something, I need this to go left. If I bump something with a license, the license, it increases your copay, because they expect you to be better at the game by then. Alright, we're going to C4I. I know I need to go far right. That says C1L. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Everything is set correctly. We just need to be careful with our speed now. I'm going to check after this mission, see how long the video is going. I'm not going to make you guys sit through long videos because that's not necessary. I won't get anybody want to watch. Plus, you guys will just be mad at how long they are because not everybody has the free time to watch these videos. I am lucky to have the free time to make them. That doesn't mean you guys are free time to watch them. I need to stop. Oop. Well, prime example, what happens when you overbrake? Notice both brakes are at full right now. Now they're at full. Even with 200 tons, I stopped quickly. But you'll notice, I don't have any brake pressure. So if I were to release this one, it doesn't do much of anything. If I release this one, it very slowly goes up. And because the train builds fees while it's running, I'm going to shut it off because we are done with this mission. I'm going to crouch, come down here. I will deal with the brake pressure later. This is still low on air, but that's actually good because that means that it doesn't have enough force to, why is this moving? Why are we still moving? Well, it's not gonna go away forever, at least. We're gonna come over here to the station office. We're going to grab our job. We're going to validate it. And you see we did it in 18 minutes versus 19. That job is complete. And you'll notice that says 16,000. That says 10. So we actually got a bonus on money. Gonna come here to fees. Gonna click this. Insurance only needs you to pay 100. If I didn't have that insurance, I would pay the full 3,600. I'm going to come over here to my wallet, drop in some money, and I can now buy licenses if I so desire. The shunting licenses only cost $1,000, but you'll notice, okay, these logistical hulls are actually rather trash. They're one of the last licenses I will unlock. Licenses I can't take, I throw over here. Like this one, I don't have a long license yet, so I'll just throw it over there. Shunting I'll throw off to the side. And this one's long as well, can't take those. So shunting licenses. Unload the same train we just brought here. And this one is to unload a train that's already been here. Once these are unloaded, you can load them with whatever and take them to any place. It's essentially setting up your next few missions. Freight hauls are the same thing we just did. This says Machine Factory to Food Town. I'm sorry, Machine Factory to Food Factory. So we would go from this location to this location. You'll notice though that this rail here goes over a bridge. You can't access this food town from this track. So you'd have to either go up the north route go like that, or you go from the south route, which also takes a lot of time. And hold on, I'm not used to this mouse yet. I end up lifting it a little, which you'll notice moves it just so slightly. But you could also go to south route, the same way we just took, but you go past the steel mill all the way up to the good factory town. Those two, I don't like delivering from and to these places. Like if I had one from machine to oh, that's goods. Oh my god, I'm dumb. Anyways, okay, from the machine factory to food factory, simply just slap on that direction or slap in that direction. And according to this, I have been making a video for approximately 30 minutes, so I'm going to cut it off here, guys. I don't want to keep you forever. I'd love to actually, but I know you guys don't want it. So, thank you for sticking around for all the time you have. I appreciate the commitment that it takes for that. And we are finally getting back into making videos. In the comment section, if you want any videos made, I will do them. I got Roblox, I got various games on Steam. I got all sorts of stuff now. It's been a while, so I've been able to save up money and get all sorts of stuff. So hit me up in the comments, any videos you want to see made, or just write down what you like or don't like about the video. Subscribe if you want, don't subscribe if you want. I'm down for anything. And just remember, keep it floppy.